Notice of deficiency for required internal revenue districts, your name or organization. Your address. City, state, zip code. Email address. Phone number. Date. 2. Recipient's name or organization. Recipient's address. City, state, zip code. Subject. Formal notice of deficiency for required internal revenue districts. Dear, recipient's name. Legal basis for this notice. This letter serves as formal notification identifying a deficiency in the establishment and maintenance of required internal revenue districts as mandated under statutory and regulatory provisions governing federal taxation. The absence or improper designation of these districts directly impacts jurisdiction, enforcement authority, and procedural due process within the scope of tax administration and collection. Failure to correct such deficiencies may render enforcement actions legally questionable or unenforceable. 1. Statutory requirement for internal revenue districts. The Internal Revenue Code, IRC, mandates the creation and designation of internal revenue districts to facilitate lawful tax administration. 2. Jurisdictional necessity. Enforcement actions initiated outside properly designated districts may lack lawful authority and due process protections. 3. Public notice and accountability. The public has a right to transparency in tax administration, including clear jurisdictional boundaries defining revenue collection authority. 4. Legal implications of deficiency. Any action taken in the absence of properly established internal revenue districts may be subject to legal challenge for exceeding statutory authority. Immediate required actions. 1. Provide verification of internal revenue district designations. The recipient must supply official documentation confirming the lawful existence and boundaries of internal revenue districts. 2. Cease and desist from enforcement in unlawful jurisdictions. Any enforcement or collection activity conducted outside a valid internal revenue district must be immediately halted. 3. Ensure public availability of jurisdictional information. The responsible agency must publish district boundaries and legal designations to maintain compliance with transparency laws. Legal consequences for noncompliance. Failure to remedy deficiencies in internal revenue district designations may result in judicial challenges and administrative review. Courts and oversight agencies may assess and invalidate enforcement actions taken outside designated jurisdictions. Liability for due process violations. Unlawful enforcement may lead to civil and legal penalties against responsible entities. Public and regulatory scrutiny. Agencies failing to comply may face legal challenges, reputational harm, and governmental inquiries. This notice serves as official documentation asserting the necessity of internal revenue districts for lawful tax enforcement. Any failure to recognize or correct this deficiency shall be subject to full legal challenge and review. A response addressing this matter is expected no later than specific date. If further clarification is required, you may contact me at your contact information. Sincerely. Your name. Your position, if applicable. Your organization name, if applicable. Enclosures, list any attached documents,